Well, that's our focus this morning on the program. Well, Richard Amoah joins us next. He's a security consultant. Thank you for coming on this morning, Richard.
Thanks for having me.
Well, the comments there, well, both by the governor, but then that of the senator raises a lot of questions, because that's not the impression that we were given. Yeah. We were told that they've been technically
defeated.
Their capacity, they can't carry out all of this. But here the senator says, look, that's not the case. 3 local governments are still under the control of Boko Haram.
Shaman, I want to say something as a security consultant. One of the problems we've been having for the past 6 years about dealing with Boko Haram is politics. And we keep saying it, there's no way we can meet politics with security. You know, I know, everybody knows that technically, like I said, I'm not a politician, I'm a professional here. We'll be following what is going on out there in northeast of Nigeria. I don't think there's any local government that is fully occupied. From all the calls I just came back from Abuja yesterday, and I remember I spoke to some of my friends what is going on, because I'm a spokesperson of the Security Association of Nigeria, and we have our men in Maiduguri. So most time we get reports as to what is going on. Even as much as we try to tell the government that you have millions of private security men out there whom you can get information from. So from our own end, we call our own men to know what is going on. Yeah, there's pockets of Boko Haram men, guys in the Sambisa coming once in a while, like they did some few weeks back when they killed about 82 or thereabout. But I don't think there's any part of Northeast. I'm saying this because I'm very sure of that. But for the senator to say that, you could see that.
He didn't say 1 or 2. He said 3.
He said 3. So, and if there is 3 local government that is occupied, I'm very sure you will know. You will know. Journalists will cry. They will talk about it.
No, but that's the man. He represents that area of town.
I'm saying, I think
so. He goes to the village quite often, and
so,
he has.
Okay, if he goes to the village and the governor does not go to the village, or the governor does not have his representative or security details, you see, the truth of the matter, we need to stop playing politics with Boko Haram.
And when you say politics,
when I say politics,
perhaps you should break it down, because the senator is also a member of the ruling APC.
You don't know whether they have underground fight going among them. For example, like what has gone in Kaduna State, where a sitting senator and the governor do not say eye to eye or do not agree.
No, but that's open. Everybody knows.
That's open. But yeah, maybe this one will come up very soon too. Maybe it will come up soon.
Are we supposed to dismiss what he said?
We're not going to dismiss it soon. That's another thing. Remember some years back when the same governor said that the Boko Haram had more ammunition than the army. We are like, we quickly attack him. That no, you can't say that. So all we need to do again.
The same way we're attacking the senator now.
So all we need to do now, as security person, we say, okay, let's have intelligence team visit that local government and see if it's true. Because one thing is to say something, and it's one thing to have it. So it's very important. But I remain on my stand that politicians need to learn not to speak to the media immediately with this issue of Boko Haram. Sometimes we want to just get cheap publicity. Wars are not fought in the front of newspapers, and that's what we'll be doing year in, year out. So till tomorrow, Americans, they are still having issues of terrorism.
But they speak to the media regularly.
They speak to the media, but it's not as bad as the way it is. You see, they have one mouthpiece. That's why we have Homeland Security, who deals with all those stuff. If there's issue, immigration is part of it, custom is part of it, FBI is part of it, and whatever security, they're all part of it.
We don't have Homeland Security.
But those are things we're talking about counter-terrorism in Nigeria. For the past 6 years, now we have a retired military general who is now the president of this country. I think they should use his wealth of idea. We should get all these people together. I listen to your program every morning. That's my tea every morning. Then I've seen a whole lot of generals you guys bring here, and I see some of their contributions. But why come we're not using it? That's the point. I tell people that if there's any media that have contributed to help insurgents in this country, it's Channel. So the point here is that we need to have a government. In the past we said the other government. Now we have a government 8 months old or 9 months old. We need to have a team. I will just pray that Mr. Lai Mohammed is listening. He's the spokesperson, the Minister of Information. So I think there's time for us to get the professionals together, not just only the military, not just only the serving people. We have a whole lot of people who have left army who have traveled wide, who have seen things, so that we can put our home together. Seriously, this issue of Boko Haram is becoming embarrassing. And I keep saying that. We know that, we keep saying it, your guests keep saying that this is not a conventional war where you go out there and you carry gun and you are shooting. It is intelligent gathering. It is getting the people to be involved. So what is the problem?
Let me take it from there. I mean, as a security consultant and someone who is also looking through to see how we respond to this situation we find ourselves in, facing Boko Haram, do you think that we have responded properly in terms of the average person you see out there on the street, starting from the security person out there on the street to us, individuals out there?
We have not. We have not. Do you know why? Because, again, this kind of insurgency is fought with ordinary people. Because they need to know what to do. I keep saying it till now. We still don't have 3-digit number to make a call. We still have our, is it 11 digits? When you have a situation like that, apart from...
What does it take to have that?
It doesn't take anything. Seriously, it doesn't take anything. I was in New York when Mr. President came to address the this August body again, the security arm of UN, and I was at the fora listening to Mr. President talk, and in my heart, I was just saying that if anything happens here right now, all I need to do is 911. It takes 3 minutes to respond in any part of the state in America. 3 minutes to respond to emergency. All these little things. My friends have been here. I hear him spoke. That's Captain Ali retired. And sometimes when we talk one-on-one, I say, Ali, is there any other thing we can do? Maybe a proposal. We're not talking about making money right now. To let government know that some of us out there, we have the experience with. There's a way we can help the military. There's a way we can have the service police. Naturally. When it comes to what is happening, it is police that is supposed to be on ground.
Again, speaking about the police, because all of these issues are interwoven.
Yes.
We've looked at the police. I did ask one of the DIGs that came here the other day about forensics. Do we have forensics in this country and what is going on? And then what's the level of our intelligence gathering? What have we added to it to improve given our security situation again?
I will say without missing word, if the authorities are listening, Nigerian police, I sympathize with them. I said every day, Nigerian police, I sympathize with them. That's the second one. I pray that Nigerians will one day rise up and carry a placard peacefully and say, let's have a good security network in Nigeria. As I speak with you today, and I've said it everywhere I've been to, we don't have security in Nigeria, especially with the issue of police.
We don't, or we need to improve on what we have.
We don't even have. How will you say, for example, you have area command who does not know what is happening within his command in terms of, for example, computer?
How do you mean?
I'm coming. What does it take for example, right now, within Kenya, let me say Area G. We enter Area G. Area G, apart from paperwork, within the whole command they control, do they know what is going online? Do they have camera to say, you come into control room? Sorry, sometimes when most of us come here, we use other clients to talk. Now, American, for example, New York have improved to the point that because of the issue of black and the white policemen killing the blacks, they now, if you stop a vehicle, from their command, they see, not just only hear your audio conversation, they see the video. They want to see what happened. Just like the one that happened in Chicago, where the policeman that killed somebody went back to court to sue them for $10 million. That, you know, those are the things we're talking about here. In Nigeria, I'm looking at a situation where police, we have things to work with. Chamberlain, I'm telling you, I'm a security person. I'm a private security consultant. I work with police. I went most of my training with them. What we see abroad, I went to Department of Police in New York. You could basically see the entire New York from your iPad. What is stopping us from doing that? You see, an average policeman, I said it, when we talk about state police, they say, we are not ripe for that. How many years are we going to be right for that because of politicians?
Are you putting blame on the doorstep of the police? Or
No, I'm not. On the government. On successive government, that I'm saying.
Because we've always seen a move or effort by different headship of the police in trying to put in place some of these things.
Like what this man is doing right now. The present IG, what he's doing right now, is doing a great job. Just few days, was it yesterday? No, on Monday, I was at the state headquarters, Nigerian Police headquarters, to give them a calendar that we printed from our association. And I'm going to say this again for them to understand. Do you know that the walkthrough they install is not functioning to enter the place? State headquarters. I'm saying this because I passed through and I was looking at everything as a security person. And I asked myself, this is Nigerian Police headquarters. I know, so even the iPad I carried, I passed, I couldn't get it passed through the machine that was installed. So sometimes when you blame the government, you blame the police. And I tell you, the only thing that can help...
They don't fund themselves, do they?
No, it's the government that fund them. The government that fund them. But I'm looking at a situation where Nigerian system itself, we need to look at security as number one. Investment need to come to this country because when you have a good security. But here, those are the same people we put at the back. The senior officers they could treat you well, nicely, but the rank and file out there, they don't treat you with respect. For example, when I was coming this morning, I quite appreciate as early as 5 a.m. around Ojudu, coming into the express. I saw some of them, about 7 or 8 of them. I put on my light. Before I got there, I put on my inner light because I understand them. Hey, good morning, and I move on. And they stop some other people. What I'm saying is that until we start looking at situation where we can better the life of Nigerian police. Chamberlain, Mr. Lede, it's so sad that you bring somebody from Kano, for example, to Lagos. 2 weeks, he has no place to stay. I run a security program on radio. And with my Facebook, over 10,000 or thereabout, a friend called me one day, police officer, and said, Mr. Mua, I was just moved to Ogun State just 3 weeks ago. I'm still trying to get a room apartment for myself. My wife and my 3 beautiful kids have been driven out in the barrack. How do you want me to concentrate right now? Because sometimes you guys go out there and talk down on police. I say, sorry, I know. So what we're saying here is that Nigerians need to understand. You put a man on the street, 2-3 days has not gone home. Nobody to relieve him. And the guy is stressed up. And you expect him to do what? He's going to be tired. Psychology. So sometimes when I talk about the psychology of a policeman, it's for you to understand that this guy is tired. So you that is just waking up and you look refreshed, you need to understand again. Oh, good morning, sir. Seriously. You need to do that. Then again, sorry, before you see a young man, for example, we were dressed, looking well. You look at the policeman out there on the street. Psychologically, you look at him. This guy is no older than me now. Look at the kind of car he's driving. I park, Joe. Some other feel intimidated too. And you want to show who you are. So in this part of the world, you are to say, sir to the police, and police will say, you.
But that's a wrong mindset. That's a wrong. They're not supposed to be looking at who's older and who's not.
Sometimes, I'm sorry, that's just what will happen. So we need to have a government. And I'm still saying, this is just 8 months old government. We're going to be talking, we're going to be helping the government to understand that the police needs help. As we're talking now, we have 350,000 policemen to do what? To protect over 170 million Nigerians.
We'll come to this in a minute because, we need to focus on these things to help and say it as it is so we can help them properly in case somebody somewhere is not allowing information get up there. But now let's flip over and while we're standing by with another look at the headlines.